The next several labs, currently numbered 8, 9, and 10, we'll be using this infrastructure configuration to complete those labs. This is a configuration we've done numerous times throughout the semester, so you should be competent at completing it by now. We'll be configuring a router for inter-VLAN routing, a switch and hosts to support the inter-VLAN routing config. You'll connect your router to the RichNet, and then the RichNet can get out to the internet. This will simulate what you will have in the real world. If you get to a company, you'll have something at the edge. The RichNet simulates the internet. I'll be your internet service provider, if you will, in this class, and then you'll connect to me. So we'll be doing this config every week until we get to the part where we're going to start our project at the end. So you need to make sure you know what you're doing and you can configure it quickly and competently, because once you get it configured, then it's time to start the lab. So if you spend most of your lab time getting the configuration working, you're not going to have a lot of time to finish the lab. So lab 8, we will be doing HTTP. HTTP is Hypertext Transfer Protocol, which we use to communicate with web servers, among a bunch of other things that use that protocol. So we will be looking at how the protocol works, and then we will also configure our very own web server to provide both HTTP and HTTPS to the clients. We will look at how HTTPS works to secure the communications, and then we'll also get our own security certificates so that we can make our website appear in the browser without getting any of those security warnings about not using a real certificate and the name not matching. So we'll go through all that in Lab 8. Lab 9, we will be configuring a Linux host as a DHCP and DNS server. DHCP to hand out IP addresses to our client machines, DNS to hand out IP addresses if somebody asks for our name. And Lab 10, we will configure some access control lists, and then we'll throw a firewall into this picture between your router and the RichNet. We have some Cisco ASA firewalls that we'll throw into the mix in between your router and the RichNet and configure that probably in 2 different modes. We'll probably configure it in transparent mode first, and then we'll change our network configuration so that the firewall is actually in routing mode. Those are 2 different configs we'll do on the ASA firewalls. So that's what we'll be doing up until the end of Lab 10. So hopefully you can review your notes so you can come in ready to quickly and competently configure this configuration. I will tell you that I have been very kind in this configuration guide, and I actually tell you which IPs to use for everything, and I give you the commands for NAT so that everything works. So there's really no reason you shouldn't be able to quickly and competently get this configuration completed.